At Mansfield Oil, we have been reliably partnering in retail for over 50 years. We are trusted by convenience store operators to help them attract more customers, streamline operations, and lower their costs, both inside the store and at the pump. By offering preferred vendor programs, optimizing fuel systems, and offering substantial discounts on inventory, we help you enhance the profitability of all your retail locations. Mansfield Oil, the next generation oil company, delivering local service nationwide.
Hi, this is Angel Abcede with CSP. With the economy hitting the skids, retailers want to know just how bad the consumer reaction will be and how long that will happen. So we've got a couple of people to talk to us about that. We've got Jim Marstiller from TNS Retail Forward, who's going to talk to us about trends. And we have a couple of retailers also here to talk about how they've been affected by these trends. Jim, talk to us a little bit about the root causes behind the economy, and when do you think we're going to be coming out of this?
The economy is really in a difficult situation right now, and at the heart of it is the housing market. And we've had a housing boom and then bust, which has led to credit shocks and all manner of financial shocks that have rolled through our system. But at the end of the day, the economy is going to recover when we work through the inventory of housing, which is now at about 6 to 12 months, depending on where you live. So unfortunately, the economy is going to get a little worse before it gets better, and it should start to recover towards the end of 2009.
So hoping that the economy does return, what changes do you see with the consumer? How will the consumer be different?
The consumer is going to come back changed. All our evidence shows that she's going to come back with a new attitude and a different approach to the marketplace. And in one of the ways they're going to change is they're going to have a focus on more private label goods versus national goods, if you will. And the underlying theme there is value. So when we do our monthly shopper survey of how have your behaviors changed, we also ask questions about, okay, when the economy improves, what behaviors are you going to retain? And what we see is that all the shocks that have impacted the consumer up to this point, from credit shocks to financial shocks to shocks in the supply chain, that it has caused them to permanently change their behavior.
So Jim, what trends do C-store retailers really have to look out for?
I think the trend that most immediately impacts convenience store is the trend towards value. And if there's really one word to take away from our interview, it would be that one. And value can be manifested in several different ways. Anything from more service or more product for the money, or just a better offering, more innovation. But one way or another, it could be more fun, it could be more feel good, that I'm doing something good for the planet or for my fellow human being. But one way or another, you're going to have to find a way to underscore your value proposition in a way that the shopper can say, oh, okay, this looks like I'm getting a little bit more for my money because they have done this.
So then how do you think retailers can respond to these trends?
Well, several ways. I think one, it's time to get even more serious around some of their private label offerings. Our research indicates strongly that when the economy recovers, for example, that they will stay with private label offerings. There's more trust in private label offerings than ever before. I think another trend that C-stores can take advantage of is the increased value of their floor space and what that means in terms of media. The ability to deliver a message in store has never been more important or more valuable than it is right now, and it will continue to be.
Thanks, Jim. Now we have Charles Newman of Prima Marketing. Charles, tell us which trends are most important to you, or which stuck out to you when you were listening to Jim.
I think the ones that have the most interest right now is the emphasis on private label products. That's a growing concern, not only with the people in the lower income brackets, but all the way up into the top brackets anymore, that they're not always willing to pay more just for a name. That, and then the difference one of the big things is the separation between price being the dominating factor or a real high-end quality, and everything in the middle is getting pinched.
And how do you see these trends having an impact on your business?
Well, on the private label, we're an area licensee for 7-Eleven stores, and for the first time in, since I've been associated with 7-Elevens, they're coming out with a huge private label campaign called 7 Select Items, several snack items, and paper goods. I'm not even sure what all is there right now, and it's brand new and just rolling out, but that's very exciting.
Thank you, Charles. And now finally we have Anthony DiMaolo from Pioneer Petroleum. Anthony, tell us about the trends that you see affecting your business, and how is your chain reacting?
The trends that I heard today that are pertinent to my business and chain follow along the lines of merchandising, the actual store. What I've seen from some of the trends is you need to become more browsability, better merchandising, really try to get that customer into your convenience store, and how we are applying that in today's environment and Pioneer Petroleum is that we are trying to decompress that customer as they come towards the C-store. So now they've made this hostile grudge purchase of gasoline, and now how do we get them into our C-store and purchase more products in order to fulfill the basket. And one of the issues here is try to decompress them as they're coming in, so making it softer in the front of the exterior of the building and not being so harsh in terms of colors, sort of brick or stone or warming colors. And as they walk in, then they become more decompressed and guide them through a shopability and more of a browsing environment versus in-your-face type of merchandise, and hopefully they get to that counter, and along the way they've encountered these speed bumps, as what we like to call them, and pick up the impulse items that they may not have wanted to purchase when they first came in.
And do you see the economy affecting this at all?
From our perspective up in Canada, there's always a funnel effect coming up from the United States. So we will feel that recession or the economy hit that you're experiencing today. And with that, you've got to fight even harder to try to get that consumer's dollar, because now they're going to spend less because they have less. And how do you get them to break away from that and really purchase that affordable indulgence and try to get past that? You don't need that product today, but I'd like that product. And how do you get them engaged in that whole process?
Thanks, Anthony. So it does seem like retailers are taking a proactive stance in facing this challenging economy by finding opportunities. This is Angel Abcede for CSP. Thanks for joining us.
At Mansfield Oil, we have been reliably partnering in retail for over 50 years. We are trusted by convenience store operators to help them attract more customers, streamline operations, and lower their costs, both inside the store and at the pump. By offering preferred vendor programs, optimizing fuel systems, and offering substantial discounts on inventory, we help you enhance the profitability of all your retail locations. Mansfield Oil, the next generation oil company, delivering local service nationwide.